I deserve this.
What?
To find you alone in Ray's office. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. In the first gray light of dawn.
It's 7:41.
That's dawn. Schultze isn't even at her office yet.
Oh, she's down in Promotion. And Woodard's up at a business meeting, and I'm on my way out.
No, 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 no. You're my reward.
For what?
Virtue.
Oh.
Don't be cruel.
Oh.
I resisted temptation last night. Heavy temptation, very serious. She's going to be on the cover of 2 national magazines in January because I knew that I had to be here this morning, bright-eyed and alert, my mind like a steel trap, so I could convince Woodard to let me do a feature and go to Vegas.
Why?
Oh, it's a feature on 24 hours in the life of a showgirl. Hey, no, listen, I met her in Newark. She was visiting her grandmother.
Of course.
This is true. This happens frequently. 87.6% of all showgirls have grandmothers, and they visit them on the average of once every 10 months.
Wait, please, get out of my way now.
She's a shadow in my past, I swear. When I walked in here and saw you, I forgot all about that series. Where are you going?
No, I'm not about to tell you.
EJ, you can't just dust me off that easily. I haven't even recovered from the Egyptian ball.
Oh, why?
Roger hurt my feelings.
Oh.
He was unkind. And you encouraged him. Yes, subtly, but unmistakably. You could make it up to me.
Well, now your feelings weren't so hurt you could manage to write a swell piece on the ball.
That was good, wasn't it? You have excellent taste.
Now, this is loads of fun, but I really have to get out of here.
Why?
Well, I can't tell you, Wes.
Well, why? What do you have to do? I don't know.
Because I'm doing this undercover story.
Undercover? Without me? That's a mistake. I am lots of fun undercover. Any kind of cover, a quilt, a blanket. My preference is a great big fluffy down comforter.
Oh, I would have thought satin sheets, red.
That would be fine, too. What is this story?
I'm not going to say, and I gotta
Why
go
not?
because I'm going to be late. Oh, are you all right?
I'm fine. Wait, you're not leaving Woodard Enterprises.
Oh, no, I'm going to be in and out for a couple of weeks, that's all. Now, please, just let me go, okay? Because I don't want to be late for this job. I'm not very good at it. I make all kinds of mistakes because basically I don't know what I'm doing, right? So if I'm late, they might fire me, then I'll never get the story, which is extremely important, not only to me, but to a dear friend of mine.
All right. You can go. Go now before you're late. But listen, remember the first rule of doing undercover work, never do something that will draw undue attention to yourself because somebody might get suspicious and fire you. Goodbye. I love you.
Bye, Wes. I love you, too.
Soap that's got some real Texas-sized characters.
You are a Ewing.
The Boy Wonder.
I am a full member of Ewing Oil.
The Perfect Wife.
Come home early.
Mm-hmm.
The Neglected Spouse.
We don't make love anymore.
The Son of a...
I am. Yeah, I truly am.
Back-to-Back Dallas. Today starting at 11.
Friends.
To life.
Lovers.
I don't need words.
Family.
I am not leaving my husband.
Drama.
I'm going to destroy you.
Relationships are complicated, so SoapNet's keeping you connected with a week's worth of All My Children, Saturday starting at 12 noon.
A child like Raquel knows a lot of things. She knows there's a school. She's never been to it. She knows she's still hungry, but her mom can't do anything about it. But there's something she doesn't know, and it might be the most important thing in her life. She doesn't know there's someone out there who can get her out of this with a phone call and $24 a month. She doesn't know you. She can't imagine the heart that beats in you. You can clearly feel the one that beats in her. Call Christian Children's Fund and sponsor a child like Raquel, or Erison, or Laura, or Karina. Let that child know that there's someone out there who can change their life. And that someone is you.
You'll receive our free information packet, which includes a picture of the child you can sponsor. You'll learn their name, age, where they live, and their life story. You'll also get information about how your child directly benefits from your contribution, plus a booklet that will answer all your questions about sponsorship.
And don't worry, Christian Children's Fund is one of the oldest and most respected child sponsorship agencies. 80 cents of every dollar we receive goes to programs like these to help children like Raquel. Call now and ask us to send you a picture and story of one of these children. Once you see the picture, you'll know what to do.
Call this number for your free information kit, including your child's picture, all the facts about Christian Children's Fund, and how to save a child's life. There's no obligation, so call the number on your screen now.
Do you have a few minutes for me?
Sure.
Not that's the nicest thing anybody said for a few days to me.
Delia, you should be a much happier person.
Oh, yeah?
Look, you just engineered the most spectacular event in the history of the New York Museum. Not to mention the most financially successful evening in the history of the Crystal Palace. Your name is in 4 newspapers, and the museum wants to come back again next year. Hey, what's the matter?
May I have a few days off?
Well, you know you can't. You tell me why?
I just need to devote a little time to myself. I'm very upset and very sad, and I need to take a look at my priorities. I'm afraid I've made a terrible mistake.
About what?
About Roger.
How?
Well, what if Roger really is the right person for me after all?
Then I'm afraid you've made a terrible mistake. Delia, what brought all this on?
Oh, the sight of him making a fool of himself over that nasty, pushy little girl.
Which girl?
That nosy, selfish Elizabeth Jane Ryan from Chicago. Barry Ryan's sister from Chicago, Illinois, who came to New York just to ruin my life.
Who?
Oh, well, you've been too upset about Siobhan to be able to notice anything else that's going on, but she arrived from Chicago, and she horned her way in on with Maeve and Johnny, and Jack got her a job with Ray because she wants to be a reporter. And Roger, she's using him, only he's too dumb to know it. I mean, I feel sad for him. I really do.
Listen, you don't have to tell me what it's like to sit back and watch somebody you care about go off in another direction.
Well, Roger hasn't done that yet. Exactly. It scares me that he might.
Are you afraid to be alone?
Sort of. Well, when I thought I didn't have Bobby anymore, I felt sad, really empty. But I realized that something I depended on for a long time was gone. But it wasn't just about Bobby, it was about Roger. Only I was too mad to know that and feel that before. Isn't that weird, how you have to be sad to know what's really happening to you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I had him once. And it's my fault I lost him. Because I lied. Which I wouldn't admit, not even to myself. So things just got worse and worse between us. But then the other night when he was so nice about my shoulder, I felt, wouldn't it be just lovely just to talk to him about Bobby and Orson, about how I'm always trying to manage people, which he understands too well sometimes. But I realized that I couldn't talk to him, so sad.
Why couldn't you talk to him?
Well, for one thing, he's spending every extra minute with her. And for another, he's really mad at me.
Well, he's been mad at you before.
Well, this time's different. I have to figure out what to do.
Is that why you want the time off?
Yeah.
Well, Delia, 3 days R&R isn't going to solve the problem.
Well, what would?
In my opinion, you have to sit down and decide once and for all if you want Roger.
Well, I have decided I do.
Okay. Go get him. No holds barred. You don't need me to tell you that.
Well, maybe I do. It's nice to hear it anyway. Joe.
Yeah?
Forget about the time off. I don't.
Good. Really good. Because I'm going to be getting involved in some outside activities. I think they're going to keep me kind of derailed for a while here. I need to count on my partner.
Well, you know you can count on me. What kind of activities, though?
I'm not at liberty to say. It's nothing criminal.
You're not trying to ruin anybody, or, I mean, nothing that's gonna get us in trouble?
No, I promise.
Well, then, okay, you know you can count on me.
Good. What about Bob?
Oh, he said he was gonna stay. He said, for good.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah. Joe, thank you for all of this, for advice about Roger, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Well, thank you, Dee.
You know, the only reason people say awful things about you is because they don't know you the way I do. And I'm glad I decided to stay at the Crystal Palace.
Well, that makes two of us. Are you going to be around this morning?
Of course.
Would you cover for me? I've got a business appointment downtown.
Be happy to.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes. Morning.
Hello, come in.
I just wanted to stop by and see if there was anything I could do.
Yes. You can tell me what you think of my hair.
You know, it suits your face and the character perfectly. Harry, you're amazing.
I couldn't agree with you more.
I see no introductions are possible.
Well, now, do you think Maggie's nurse can spend a whole day on the set and not meet thee, Harry Quindy?
Oh, I should have known better.
Yeah, well, I'm off to do La Dame au Comédia.
That's Harry's name for Pamela.
Offhand, I can think of a few more names for her. Don't you forget, the ratings are up because of Maggie Blackburn. And the network knows it, and more importantly, you know it. And most importantly, I know it.
It's great about the ratings, huh? It's wonderful.
Wonderful is not the word for it.
You know, I was thinking last night that, well, the writers have certainly done a clever job, of course, but the audience is really tuning in because of admiration for you. For 23 years, you've given everything to the proud and the passionate. And now, it's as if you've been asked to make one more sacrifice to save the show.
I'd do anything for the show.
I bet.
I beg your pardon?
I bet that you would, and you know that's the mark of a truly great actress, commitment to the show, to your work and those around you.
It's really refreshing to see an actress your age understand the need for discipline.
Oh, well, you see, I have had the finest model. You know, when I was studying, things would get rough sometimes, and I would lose my perspective. And then I would see you on the screen. And I knew that was exactly what I wanted. When I was in the 3rd grade, I used to pretend to be sick so I could stay home and watch you on the Proud
You
and the
make me
Passionate.
feel ancient.
Oh, no, no, I only wanted to say that even then, I could see how talented you are. And, oh, I feel like we're old friends, you know? You've given me so much. If there's anything I can do for you to repay, please let me know.
Well, I was just about to run lines, if you have the time.
Oh, sure.
There's a transition in the tag of Act 1 I wanted to look over. I'm no fool. I know why you're here. It's Lois's line.
I'm afraid you don't. And considering your present condition, perhaps it's best if I leave before you find out.
Nothing you could say could possibly interest me.
Even when it concerns your devoted...
That's the section. I think I've got it. Where did you study acting?
Oh, in Chicago. We used to put on plays in my backyard. And in high school, I was in the drama club. And in college, I majored in theater.
Have you done anything in New York?
Off Broadway. You probably never saw
What
any
plays?
of it. Mostly original scripts.
Tragical, comical, pastoral?
Everything. Last thing I was in was a musical.
Oh, what about?
Life.
That's a very broad topic for a musical.
Well, it was experimental.
I see. You know, a friend of mine is an agent. She's always interested in new talent. Why don't you sing something for me from it?
No. They probably want you on set any
Oh,
second
no,
now.
we're way behind schedule. It'll be 20 minutes or so.
What about your nails? You haven't done
I
it yet.
have never met an actress that hasn't wanted to meet an agent.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, it's really because you're my idol, and well, the room is so small, and I'm a little nervous. Okay. Life is like a balloon. I know it. I know it. And when it's empty, you show it. You show it up. You blow it up until it's full. Yeah. My boyfriend wrote that.
He must love you a lot. Have you done anything classical?
Oh, all through college, yes. I was in Hamlet and Macbeth, Taming of the Shrew.
Away and mock the time with fairest show. False face must hide what the false heart doth know. Do you recognize that?
Hamlet.
Macbeth.
Oh, really? Oh, you made those lines so alive. I didn't recognize them. You know, Our Lady Macbeth was so horrible, I stopped listening whenever she came on the stage.
Those are Macbeth's lines.
Oh.
Jane, you're obviously not an actress. Tell me what you're doing here.
Patrick, in 5 words, he's quite confident, maybe sometimes cocky. He's a little commitment phobic. Yeah, he's got his issues. He comes from a long line of womanizing. His father was a womanizer back in the day, so he's kind of taken the spot of that. He's passionate about his job. He really does care about taking care of people. He doesn't have quite the bedside manner a lot of people would hope for him, but he is a brilliant surgeon, and that's definitely one of his best traits.
A SoapNet original series, General Hospital Night Shift, Thursdays at 11.
Only on SoapNet.
This July, SoapNet is fired up.
You watch your tongue.
The dispute around Sammy's pregnancy heats up.
Those whack job Demirs tried to kill you.
How will she make peace?
She's turning you into a lovesick puppy.
The heat is on.
Why don't we just cut to the chase?
Watch Days of Our Lives all July long on SoapNet.
We asked real moms from around the country how they feel about some of those products that kill bacteria.
It's got the harsh smell and that thick residue. And I don't want to have to feel like I have to clear the whole house to clean the house.
Now, here's a different kind of sanitizing product called Clorox Anywhere Hard Surface Daily Sanitizing Spray.
It's clean, it's fresh, and it's at 99%. It kills bacteria. Gentle enough to be used around food, kids, and pets.
Like a very light spray, and if you leave it, you don't have to wipe it down.
Well, with a name like Clorox Anywhere Spray, you probably use it just about everywhere.
I can spray it on my high chair, and I don't have to worry.
I spray it on the toys,
cutting boards, the refrigerator.
Doesn't bleach my clothing or my towels or anything I use when I clean it.
Clorox Anywhere Spray is a special bleach formula balanced to work at a low concentration that's as gentle as soap and water, and is recommended by Parents Magazine.
I feel like I'm a good mom, like I'm doing a good job.
Clorox Anywhere Spray. It goes everywhere.
How much are you paying for internet service? $21? $23? Aren't you being charged too much? We think so. With People PC Online, you get unlimited internet access for only $10.95 a month. Go to peoplepc.com now to try us free for 30 days. With People PC Online, you get internet service for less than half of what the big guys cost. You also get more local access numbers than AOL. plus a smart dialer that automatically chooses the fastest, most reliable number. So you always get the best connection. All for just $10.95 a month. See for yourself. Compare us side by side with your current ISP and find out why J.D. Power and Associates ranked us highest in customer satisfaction among dial-up internet service providers. Go online or call 1-800-943-1729. People PC Online, a better way to internet.
Hey, Daddy, what'd you bring us?
Now, is that all I'm good for?
His girls meant the world to him.
I think it's time for y'all to go to bed.
No, 5 more minutes.
But when he lost them,
Full custody with the mother. Father will have visitation 1 day a week.
he lost all hope.
I gotta talk to you about my kids.
I think we have a really solid case.
Daddy, we just want to be with you.
Tyler Perry's Daddy's Little Girls.
And so, Mr. Novak, may I ask who recommended me to you?
Mr. Jonas Roving.
Of course, Mr. Roving is a man of impeccable taste. If I may say so, a very good customer of mine. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm interested in Egyptian artifacts, particularly from the 19th dynasty. Do you have anything that meets that description?
As a matter of fact, I do. I have here a very interesting item. A household account, a glorified grocery list. Actually from the court of the minor queen on the 19th dynasty, Merit Kara. Do you read hieroglyphs?
No.
It is quite amusing. 42 geese were killed and plucked on that particular day.
Over 3,000 years ago.
That is correct.
And you will vouch for the authenticity of this piece?
Absolutely.
Abu Jamat. Do you know who I am?
I do not. Beyond the obvious, a friend of Jonas Roving.
My name is Joseph Novak. I am the nephew of Tiso Novotny. I'm a former associate of Alexei Vartova. If I discover that everything you told me about this artifact is not true, I will deal with you in the manner in which my family deals with those who lie to us. Am I understood?
Of course. I think that this will be more to your taste, Mr. Novak.
Ryan's Hope is next. Then dangerous desires ignite on days. Later, little lies lead to big trouble on AMC, only on SoapNet.
Have you noticed, sir, the halo that's around my head?
I don't want to be answerable to anybody else on the face of this earth.
Ryan's Hope, next on SoapNet.
His mother gave him attitude.
Hey, why don't you go to my house? Mom, where am I gonna go?
His brother gave him a record.
Quit being a little bitch, get in!
But his lawyer gave him a second chance.
He's not a criminal mastermind. He's a kid who has no one and nowhere to go.
He sleeps in the pool house.
Where I'm from, having a dream doesn't make you smart. Knowing it won't come true, that does.
When you're from the wrong side of town.
This is how it's done in Orange County.
When everyone else. Who are you?
Whoever you want me to be.
Has everything they want.
Come on, let's go.
Do you fit in?
Welcome to the dark side.
Or do you fight?
You know what I like about rich kids? Nothing.
Every weekday at 6.
Come on!
SoapNet brings you back to the OC.
I think I could get in less trouble where I'm from.
You have no idea.
Pretty people. Pretty messed up.
It's gonna be okay. My mom ditched me. I burned your wife's house down. How is this gonna be okay?
See how it all began. The OC. Weekdays at 6. Only on SoapNet.
Cheese It packs so much real cheese in such a small bite. People are wondering,
How does Cheez It do it?
It's simple, really.
That's a go.
lots and lots of cheese baked into little bites. Cheez-It, the big cheese.
The toothache was excruciating pain.
It feels like somebody's taking a hammer and hammering my tooth. I can't take pain pills. Pain pills take time.
After I put the Orajel on my teeth, I immediately felt relief.
Pain pills don't begin to work until after they've dissolved in your stomach, which can take up to 30 minutes. Orajel starts working on contact for immediate toothache relief. To learn more about stopping toothache pain, visit Orajel.com. Orajel, the pain goes away right away.
It eliminates the pain. It's as simple as that.
I am an actress, or at least I will be one.
When that happens, maybe you can call and arrange for an audition.
But you don't understand how important this is.
I understand you've lied to me, not once, but repeatedly.
Oh, I admit I wasn't in any of those shows. I haven't studied. But still, what I said was true. You're the reason I want to be an actress.
Well, I hope you become one, but your career will not begin on The Proud and the Passionate.
I realize I shouldn't have misled you. I only said I had all those jobs because otherwise no one would ever hire me. Doesn't the fact that I went to all this trouble prove how serious I am?
If you're serious, you study and you train.
But I would do that in a minute, but I just don't have the money. All I'm asking for is a chance to learn.
The Proud and the Passionate is a nationally televised afternoon drama. The acting is of the highest caliber.
Well, that's why I want to be on this show.
We are fighting for survival. It is too critical to take a chance on an amateur.
But how can I harm the show? I have hardly any lines.
You have business. You're on the screen. Besides, I don't need anybody to help me on or off the set.
Well, you don't, but Maggie does. Otherwise, the fans will never believe the accident was serious.
I am in a wheelchair.
But Maggie needs time to adjust to this. If she starts out fully in control, there's nothing at stake for her. We have to see her dependence in order to appreciate her growth, her strength. Look, I'll only be on the show a little while. Can't really matter to you. Makes all the difference in the world to me. Well, I'll be able to work with professional actors like yourself. There's no school in the world that would give me that. Besides, I need the job. Oh, please, haven't you ever been in my position?
Yes, 23 years ago on The Proud and the Passionate.
Well, then you must understand.
All right, Jane. I won't tell on you. You are safe.
Oh, thank you.
For the time being.
Oh, you'll never regret it. How can I repay you? Anything I could...
Just study and learn everything you possibly can.
Well, I can certainly promise you that.
Yes, Mr. Aristotle Benedict White, please.
Speaking.
Hi, my name is Joe Novak.
And what can I do for you, Mr. Novak?
Well, I understand you're an Egyptologist with a particular interest in the 19th dynasty. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Well, I know very little about Egypt and even less about antiquities, but I've recently come into the possession of a piece that I am told is from the 19th dynasty. Now, unfortunately, my situation at the moment is such that I need cash more than Egyptian art, no matter how beautiful. Now, if I am forced to sell, I'm wondering if you would be interested.
Possibly. Where is the item from?
Presumably from Egypt.
Let's hope so. What I meant, of course, was from whom did you acquire it?
A friend.
A collector?
Yeah, of sorts.
Mr. Novak, I'm afraid that you have caught me at rather a bad time. I'm in the middle of arranging for my late employer's funeral.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Perhaps the best thing for you to do is simply send me a photograph of the piece. What is it, by the way?
It's a statue of a ruler from the 19th dynasty.
Send me a photograph and your card, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly
Look, I
can.
don't have a lot of time. Now, I'd like to make this deal as quickly as possible. If you're not interested, I'd appreciate you telling me now, and I'll take it elsewhere. If you are interested, let's get together at your earliest convenience.
I would like to know a little more about how you came to be in possession of the statue, Mr. Novak.
Well, it's an interesting story, but I think I'd prefer to save it until we meet.
Tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock, Spencer Smith's house at 7:50.
Yeah, I know where you are, Mr. Benedict White. Thank you. I'll see you then.
Goodbye, Mr. Novak.
Hi, I'm Christoph St. John, and I play Neil Winters on The Young and the Restless. For more interviews and biographies on your favorite soap stars, log on to soapnet.com now.
Killian,
I just left a message at the office for you.
Yeah, and I brought one for you.
Yeah.
Hi, Jack.
Hi, Jill. I was just reading about your client, Spencer Smith.
Yes, funeral was this morning.
Must have been a fascinating man.
He was a wonderful man. I'm going to miss him a lot.
Well, listen. Here's my message. It's from Little John. He wants to know if Frank should happen to call you today, ask him, please, what time Little John
6 o'clock sharp. Little John should call him at the hotel. He would be waiting for his call at 6 tonight.
Right. That's perfect. I'll tell Little John. Oh, look, sip this slowly. I'll go get you something to eat.
Wait. You don't have to take care of me.
Allow me my little pleasures.
Well, I must look pretty miserable.
You look sad. You lost a friend.
Yeah, he was a friend. Even though I only knew him for a few months. And the whole thing surrounding his death, it's so complicated, very disturbing.
Your bit said that he endowed a museum for his Egyptian collection. Was that the project you were putting together?
Yes, I helped Spencer hire Aristotle Benedict White as the curator. And now I have to go see Faith and Ari. I don't want my feelings to show, but there they are.
What does Faith have to do with it? Well, I'm sorry. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
Oh, no, Jack. I trust you. And actually, I think I could use somebody to talk to. Jack, this is utterly confidential. I'll try to be as brief as I can, but the situation is like this. Spencer Smith owned a mortuary shrine of a queen of ancient Egypt. She lived over 3,000 years ago. Her name was Marit Kara. Now, her mummy and all the artifacts, the treasures, sealed in the shrine, well, they're going to be the heart of the Spencer Smith Museum of Antiquities.
Sealed?
Yeah.
Then the shrine's never been opened.
No. You see, Spencer's father managed to buy it. He had it shipped here some 60 years ago. But he died soon after. There's a curse associated with the shrine. And in turn, Spencer believes that his father died because of that curse. Now, all the years believing this, he never tampered with the shrine because he was afraid that Marit Kara would kill him too. And he died believing that.
Jill, it's an incredible story.
Yeah, well, it gets even more incredible.
I mean, for the paper. I mean, a series at the least. It could be a book even. Whom would I talk to about publishing rights?
Well, I'm the attorney for the museum, and I'm on the chair of the board of trustees. Of course, there's an executor to Spencer's will, and Ari. Jack, you see, it's been top secret. But when it becomes public knowledge, I would love for you to have an exclusive. And I don't think the others would mind. Listen, why don't you come with me and meet Ari? We have a meeting going on soon.
Oh, it's terrific. But go on. I interrupted you.
Oh, well, like I said, it was top secret that Spencer owned the shrine and the exact location in the basement storage rooms of the shrine. Spencer was terrified of her. I keep thinking how it must have been such a drain on his heart. I'm sorry. I keep wondering. You asked me about Faith's involvement of this. She came to the museum ball, dressed as a queen of ancient Egypt. Ari saw her, and he was stunned. Her face and the Stella portrait of Marie Kara were identical. Identical. And the day that Spencer died, Ari was photographing Faith in the study, and she was dressed in costume. Spencer walked in unexpectedly. You see, he had been ill, and they thought that he was resting. And he stood there, and Faith stood there posed. Marie Kara come to life. Now, he saw her, and his heart stopped.
He looked at Faith.
And died.
I know his heart was weak. And I know I didn't kill him. But to experience such tear and then die in the midst of it.
I want you to listen to me and believe what I have to tell you.
SoapNet makes watching the OC easy. The Cohens. When lawyer Sandy Cohen married businesswoman Kirsten, they had a son, the geeky but adorable Seth. Later, they took in bad boy Ryan, who fell hard for the hottie next door, Marissa Cooper, the overindulgent daughter of financial failure Jimmy Cooper. Jimmy's Botoxing ex-wife Julie was briefly married to powerful Caleb Nickel, father-in-law of Sandy Cohen. Keep up with the OC weeknights at 6 on SoapNet.
SoapNet's got Payla, Bob, and Jolena. Follow their moves on Days of Our Lives tonight at 7, only on SoapNet.
Tonight on SoapNet. Overwhelming odds
She's rejecting the liver.
are tearing them apart,
We'd need to perform a second transplant.
We can't lose her now, not now.
and only love can keep them together.
Will you marry me?
Watch One Life to Live tonight at 9 on SoapNet.
I don't know about you, but I often stop and wonder, what if? Like, what if I didn't make it to the World Championship in 1983? Or what if I didn't break my leg in front of millions of fans a few years later? My thoughts used to center on my game.
Then, like you, I had a family and discovered what worrying was really about. What if something happened to you? How would your family get by? Could they pay the mortgage and your other bills? Would the kids' education suffer? Many folks don't have enough life insurance, and if you're counting on what you have at work, consider this. Half of all workers lose their coverage when they retire. And the older you are when you try to replace it, the more difficult and expensive it can be, even if you're in the best of health.
Fortunately, there's Life Choice, an affordable offer from Colonial Penn for folks age 18 to 75. It provides up to $25,000 in affordable whole life insurance protection
At some of the most reasonable rates you'll find anywhere. You'd think it would be tough to get protection like this, but it's easy. All you do is answer 3 simple health questions. No medical exam is required, and once accepted, your coverage cannot be canceled. This is not a term life insurance plan that offers you coverage for a set number of years and then stops. This is permanent whole life insurance. It fully protects from day one. There's no waiting period. And your benefit amount, as much as $25,000, is guaranteed not to decrease, ever.
What's more, your premium is guaranteed never to increase. Plus, the plan builds cash value you can borrow against for any reason. If you're between 18 and 75, you can take advantage of this affordable offer from Colonial Penn.
For free information, pick up the phone.
Call 1-800-544-6500 to receive free information in the mail. You'll also get this handy guide to life insurance absolutely free. Call 1-800-544-6500 or visit our website at colonialpenn.com. There's no risk or obligation. That's 1-800-544-6500. Operators are standing by. Call now.
Oh, hello there.
Hi. Don't stop working. I just have a quick question.
Oh, shoot.
Can I go home now?
Offhand, I'd say yes. You're ambulatory. Have you got the subway fare?
Yes.
Well, then you definitely can go home. Did you also want to know if you may go home?
I had to pull a grammarian for a boss.
The captain is your boss. I'm just coordinator of academy trainees.
A grammarian and a nitpicker. What's a guy like you doing in a job like this?
Recovering from a mortal wound. Why do you want to go home, anyway?
Oh, I have a delivery to make. That's right. You were shot all those months ago. Are you okay?
Yeah, essentially. Couldn't you have made that after your last class? The delivery.
Oh, no, because I also have an appointment.
Well, couldn't you have made that after your last class?
It's with a priest.
I see. And he's at your home.
No, he's at the rectory. Jim, let me put it this way. I would like to go to St. Aloysius Rectory right now and deliver my annulment statement to Father Emmerich.
Well, okay, then yes.
Well, then, thanks. What is a guy like you doing in a job like this?
I believe the lady's serious.
I am. I mean, not only are you funny and nice, but you're also kind of smart. Frank says you're real smart.
And you said you have to leave.
Well, I will in a minute. If you're well again, why don't you go back to detective work or whatever it was that you did that got you shot? I don't remember the story.
I was undercover, picked up a bullet.
Pretty short story. Now you're pushing paper around. Aren't you bored out of your mind?
Well, fortunately, every once in a while, some oddball comes in to keep me amused.
I will shut up, and I will also promise not to hurt that precious little file folder I saw you so carefully hide away.
Why, I only hid it because it is absolutely unequivocally top secret. Tell me about your annulment.
Well, it's underway. Would you believe it took me 35 type pages to get through all the lies that Joe told me?
You better get uptown and see your priest.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to keep you from your work.
I can push papers any old day. Hey, you're doing the right thing. Everything's gonna be fine.
You think?
For sure.
It's all here. Everything I could think of, anyway.
I gather you didn't have a great deal to say.
I admitted fraud and I gave the details. What, do you get an annulment on quantity or quality?
Truth is the only requirement.
Well, that's great. If there's any problem, just let me know and I'll fix it. You have my number.
Joe, do you have a little time to spare?
I'm sorry, Father. I have a business appointment.
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Some other time. Unless it'll hold up the works.
I don't mind the delay if you don't.
Yeah, well, I do. What do you want to know?
Spencer might have died slowly by degrees, watching himself lose ground day by day. But he died suddenly, having completed a task that weighed on him for 60 years. That is not a cruel death.
He died from fear because of me.
No. Because of his own superstitions, which at last he's finally beyond. I believe he's at peace, and you must too.
Well, I'll try.
Faith, ask yourself, how many men can leave a legacy such as Spencer has? The discovery of Marie Curie will enrich the world. The Smith Museum will be famous overnight. They'll flock from Cairo and Paris, London, Moscow, Peking. Everyone wanting to know the secrets of the lost queen. Secrets I will very soon hold. And I can't wait to share them.
I didn't look at it that way. Well, I hope Mr. Smith is at peace. I'm sure he is, having you act for him.
Little better.
Thank you.
We'll be fine, Mendenhall. You go ahead with your work. Hello.
Hello, did you have any luck?
Ari, I'd like you to meet a very good friend of mine, Jack Finelli, Aristotle Benedict White.
How do you do?
How do you do? I hope I'm not intruding.
Not at all. Do you know Faith Coleridge, Mr. Finelli?
Of course. Faith.
Hello, Jack. Jack is not only a good friend, but he is a highly reputed journalist. Maybe you know his work.
A reporter?
Yeah, one of those. Jill only told me a little of the Marie Curie story. I knew right away I wanted to write it. When you're ready, of course, and if you agree.
You've told him?
Well, the basics, yes.
Just...
How dare you?
Ari, we can trust Jack. He understands the confidentiality.
We? You speak for me. You dare to decide on your own authority to include another party in this? And a journalist? How could he possibly understand the scope of what is at stake here when you obviously have no grasp of it? For 60 years, Spencer guarded the information. On the day he is buried, you reveal it to the press. Oh, good God, I don't know what to say to you.
Ari, Jack is not the press. Truthfully, no man respects a confidence more than Jack.
Thank you.
Well, I didn't mean that I agree with you discussing Marie Curie. All I'm saying is that Jack's knowing will not be a problem.
That's right. I consider everything said here off the record. I'm not sure you heard me, Mr. Benedict Wright. I said, when you are ready, and if you agree, I want to write the story. I'll leave it at that, and I'll be on my way now. Goodbye.
If word leaks out that Marie Curie's shrine has been found, the ramifications will be international and dangerous.
You have my word. There'll be no leak from me.
That is reassuring.
It should be. Faith, I'll see you soon.
No, Jack, wait a minute, please. Ari, you didn't hesitate to tell Faith the whole story from beginning to end. It was in the same spirit that I told Jack.
We'll talk privately.
I beg your pardon?
Let's let it go now, huh? It's not a day for business arrangements. We've all had a shock. Just know that I'm interested and I'll be in touch.
I am staggered.
And I am outraged.
Robin's HIV status makes her extremely vulnerable. It's something that she has to think about on a day-to-day basis. Anyone that deals with a life-threatening disease has to ask those questions of themselves. So it makes her grateful for every day. She doesn't have the luxury of being spontaneous or careless. That is a good thing, but that can also be extremely constricting.
A SoapNet original series, General Hospital Night Shift, Thursdays at 11.
Only on SoapNet.
Everything you need to know, you can learn from One Tree Hill. Like drug problems begin early, as do gender identity issues.
They're like steroids on speed or speed on steroids. If you grow breasts, you get first peek.
One Tree Hill, weekdays at 5 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on SoapNet.
Lose yourself in the silky smooth taste of Dove chocolate. An experience like no other. My moment, my Dove.
Let the sun shine in, the sun shine in.
Triple Blade Bic Soleil. 3 blades and 4 sunny colors. For smooth, beautiful skin. Bic Soleil. At last, Soleil is available with replacement blades. And a unique extra-wide soothing moisture strip with aloe and shea butter for a flawlessly smooth shave. Bic Soleil with replacement blades. Feel the Soleil.
This body can roll with the punches.
Poise with wings. Matches your moves, eases your mind. Nothing beats the first and only winged pad made just for light bladder weakness.
Poise, yes I can.
When I signed up for Vonage, I was able to keep my phone number, and then when I moved, I was able to take it with me.
Vonage was so simple to set up. I did it on my own, and I was very proud of that.
Call quality is the utmost. It projects my business. And with Vonage, it's perfect.
Vonage and reliability, that just kind of goes hand in hand.
The features save you time, and that's really where I'm focused as far as cost goes.
It's made our connection that much closer. I love Vonage. There's no one else out there that fills the need that Vonage does. And I'm a lifer. I love it.
So sign up, set up, and start saving up to $300 a year on your phone bill.
It's just $24.99 a month for unlimited local and long distance. Call now and get 1 month free, including free calls to the U.S., Canada, Puerto Rico, and Europe. Vonage, a better way to phone for less.
Hi, Holly. So, do you want to make $50 the easy way? I'll make $50 just for turning you on to this. It's a 50-50 offer. You get to dump unreliable cable and fall in love with DirecTV. Plus, you get a DVD player and $50. And I get $50. What's not to love?
Sign up your friends, and you'll both make $50. Go to directtv.com/refer.
So, do you want to make $50 the easy way?
The last time we talked, you had reservations about a full disclosure in your statement. You're under indictment and you wanted to protect yourself. Now, at the time, I couldn't guarantee that this statement wouldn't be subpoenaed by the district attorney's office.
And I decided not to worry about it, right?
I know, but I worry just the same.
Forget it, Father. It's my hide.
And it's my church. So, I asked some questions to the auxiliary bishop, and it turns out that I was right. Basically, while it's highly unlikely that this statement would be subpoenaed and used against you in a civil case, it's not impossible, Joe.
Okay, thanks for the research. Anything else?
Well, in light of the research, are there any alterations or changes you'd like to make in the statement?
No.
May I ask why not?
I don't care enough. It doesn't matter.
That's what you said the other day when you came here to visit. It struck me, and I made a note of it. It doesn't matter.
What do you want, tears? If I have to bleed, tell me. Otherwise, why don't you just put the papers through and let's get this over with?
Joe, why doesn't your safety matter? You're facing a trial.
That's right, and I have a lawyer, thank you. Look, I would love to stay and satisfy your curiosity, Father, but I'm afraid you're just gonna have to wait and read the newspapers like everyone else.
Well, probing is part of my job. I can see it hurts. I'm sorry.
No, you're not hurting me. You're just taking up my time. I told you I have a business appointment.
Is it important business?
Yes.
Something that interests you, involves you?
I'm in it up to my ears, as a matter of fact. Why?
Joe, there's an energy people give off when they're engaged in their lives. Even if they're confused or upset, there's still an energy. I don't sense that in you. What I sense is despair. You say you don't care. I believe you. Now, I could easily be wrong, but it seems to me that this annulment represents a loss so devastating to you.
Thank you for the insight, Father. I'll see you around.
I wish you'd stay.
Look, in the last 5 minutes, you have said one thing that I agree with, that you could be wrong. I'll take it a step further. You are wrong. Whatever you sense, whatever you feel, you're wrong about me. You don't even know me. What gives you the right to read my mind?
Have I read it?
No.
Why do you want this annulment?
Siobhan wants it.
You could fight it.
Siobhan wants it. That's all that matters. Without her, there's nothing else.
You love her very much.
Yes. Don't repeat this to Siobhan.
All right. What would happen if I did?
Trouble. No, more than trouble. Danger. Don't say a word about it.
Father, I'm sorry. I must...
Hello, Siobhan. Come on in. I have a quick message to give to Mrs. Dunn, and then I'll be right with you.
I just left the annulment stuff.
I guess I should thank you. You've been very cooperative. So, thank you.
It's my pleasure.
Right. Excuse me.
Next, it's shocking secrets in Salem on Days. Then catch the latest scandals on AMC. Later, things are heating up on One Life on SoapNet. He loves her, she loves him not. She loves him, he loves her not. He loves her, she loves him not. Or does she? Oh, l'amour, Days of Our Lives next.
It's the calm. The breath.
The still. That happens just before.
Intensity. Passion.
Story.
It's what goes on when the lights go down.
The SoapNet original series.
General Hospital, night shift.
Thursdays at 11 p.m.
Only on SoapNet.
Your hero is behind bars on murder charges?
A married woman with an unbreakable bond with another man.
Here, I had to see you.
I have asked you, stay clear of him.
Now the one answer we're all waiting for.
Are you in love with Jason?
Watch General Hospital, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
Did you know 1 in 2 women will develop bone or breast health issues?
Really? I didn't know that.
One A Day Women's is the only complete multivitamin with more calcium for strong bones, and now more vitamin D, which emerging research suggests may support breast health. One A Day Women's.
Triple Blade Big Soleil. Now with replacement blades and an extra wide soothing moisture strip with aloe and shea butter. For smooth, beautiful skin, Big Soleil with replacement blades. Feel the soleil.
Think hairspray is a thing of the past? Think again. Get the SG, Salon Graphics. Short and sassy. Long and sexy. Or anything in between. Salon Graphics makes a professional, long-lasting formula that is perfect for you. No matter what your style, finish it with Salon Graphics Hairspray. Salon Graphics. It's the secret to sexy hair.
You entrust my career, my future, and just possibly my life to a man I've never met, and you are outraged?
Yes. Abominable behavior does that to me. I brought you a journalist like Jack, who can provide us with intelligent, tasteful publicity, which we are going to need very soon. And your life will not be in jeopardy in Jack's hands, nor will mine be. And by the way, I am a part of this project. This is not the Benedict White Museum, nor the Benedict White Mortuary Shrine.
It will be nobody's mortuary shrine until we find out where Spencer has hidden it. Do you have that information?
No.
Have you looked for it?
Yes, I've read through all the available papers.
Then Marit Carra belongs to the fastest hands and the smartest thief. Don't you realize how
The shrine is under this roof. I am certain of that much.
How can you be certain? She may already be in the wrong hands. Your friend may at this very moment be having drinks with someone who has located the shrine and removed it so quickly that she will be halfway around the world before we are any the wiser. Jillian, nothing can be certain until I know where she is and how I can best protect her.
The shrine is under this roof. Spencer told me that himself.
What else did he say?
That's it.
How do you know Spencer wasn't just testing you?
I heard him, I know. And before you react any further, you should know that Jack believes that Marie Carra is in our possession. I didn't tell him that Spencer died before revealing the exact location. So no would-be thieves will be tipped off by Mr. Finelli.
Then perhaps I should search the basement again. There may be an entrance to a tunnel.
No, I think not. I think you should let me speak to Jonas Roving first. He is the executor of Spencer's will, and I keep thinking that maybe there are instructions that Spencer left that were supposed to be read after his burial. I'll see him first thing in the morning.
And suppose there are no instructions?
Then you and I will decide what to do together, what steps to take.
Jonas can't know any of this. If he mentions Marit Carra, you don't know a thing. You don't know anything about her or her mortuary shrine.
Spencer never told Jonas anything, and I certainly won't either.
Didn't you say Jonas Roving has a set of blueprints to this house?
Yes, from the Landmarks Commission. See if you can get them.
I don't think that should be a problem. Meanwhile, you hold off on looking any further.
But why? You don't yet seem to grasp the enormity of the situation. It goes far beyond archaeology, Jillian. There are countries who would risk millions of dollars.
Do not instruct me. Spencer explained to me more in 1 hour than you could in days. Now, I understand the political world and what this find means to them, as much as the world of scholars and intellects. And I know that people would kill for the shrine and its treasures. And that governments would pay a lot of money for that. Believe me, I understand the enormity of this situation. But I also understand what Spencer's counsel would be. To take steps carefully, and that's exactly what we are going to do.
All right. I will wait and consult the blueprints that Jonas will give you.
Fine. Tomorrow, then.
I'm sorry you found my behavior so abominable.
We're on the same side, Ari. You should try to remember that.
Is she on my side?
I can only speak for myself.
You have